Hello, hello. Good morning, y'all. I know some of y'all still in the bed because of this rain just rolling over. Today I got a message for the masculines. We're gonna tap in a little bit deeper. What is that you carrying back here? But we're gonna tap in a little bit deeper with the masculines because I got some channel songs for y'all. And I know that y'all needed to probably hear this message, so we're gonna get right on into it. Oh, and I forgot my introduction of my thing. My name is Amazonian Treasures. I hope y'all having a good day. I hope everything's going fine. We're here to express ourselves and to learn. I really don't got to English. I'm just saying. But anyway, the songs that I did channel, we're gonna play around in this video, but I'm gonna be a little serious too. But it's on a serious note. But the songs I channeled was Life Jennings, Never Neverland, and Cry by Life Jennings. There's a couple of parts in the song that I channeled. DJ, come down back there, baby. Y'all come down. Okay. And two, I had to come over here and give this message. A lot of things started flowing in. And the way God has been blessing me lately, I had to come on and do it. I had to come on here and do it. And it's only going to get us right as a collective if I do come on here and do it. I done been through a lot. I'm not coming on here to tell my testimony right now, but God has blessed me. As you can see in my new surrounding, I am in my house. God has definitely blessed me, and I'm very humble about it. And I appreciate it, and I show so much gratitude for that because He only knows my battle and what I have been through, and the collective few that has been in my surroundings, helping me and supporting me to get there. And I'm forever grateful. If you look at my stories, you might see that that's on my Facebook page under Katrina Butler. That's my real name, but my presence name, what I would say, is Amazonian Treasures. That is the name of my business. Now that I'm stable and doing things that I need to do, guys, align me where I need to be, I am going to definitely do what I need to do and put in the work. And the things that I really wanted to, how can I say, go forward and to do and the service that I like want to offer y'all. I want everybody to do better and to get better. And I be telling all the time, y'all on here all the time, it's not about the likes and the views. It can be one person that one person can talk to another person, even if they don't quote me on the information that I'm telling them. As long as you spreading the message, it does not matter. As long as you spreading it and just healing. And pretty much, like I always say, I know it sounds cliche, but we're on this earth for love, a loving frequency, to work and to collaborate, partnerships, and that's what the season is about. Y'all probably thought I was gonna pull out some tarot cards. I'm not. These are just channel messages. I did do a reading before that I would do that one, and this is another reading, a world reading as well. And I'm introducing a couple of other things along the way. Going into my Reiki healing because I do that as well. Going into a lot of other creative things that I have held back because I wasn't in the stable situation that I needed to be at, and God has finally got me there. So I'm definitely gonna put in the work. Yeah, I got honey in there if you was wondering. But anyway, y'all be quiet in the background, please. Be quiet. Okay, like I was saying, the songs that I channeled was Life Genius, Never Neverland, and Cry. The lyrics from Never Neverland that was significant, and it's gonna be a little touchy to some of y'all masculines, but as I always say, even as a collective, even women, even as a group of men or anything, it's different levels to different people. Like we have the ones I call Kmart energy. Those are low vibing masculine karmic males that are still learning a lot of lessons. But like I was saying, it's so I'm sorry I had to pause it because my children was asking questions and stuff in the middle of the video. I'm a mother first, from foremost. That's why I don't come over here and always give y'all messages because I got a life to live of my own. But anyway, like I was saying, it's gonna be touchy to a couple of masculines on this situation because it, like I said before I, pause the video or whatever, it's different levels. We are separated as a collective. It's Kmart energy, the people I call Kmart energy because everybody know about Kmart. They had the low prices for the cheapest deal. I call them Kmart energy because they're vibing low vibing people. Those are your karmics. And then they have the ones that are emperor and divine masculines. As a difference even with the emperor. An emperor can be a father figure, a person that has a business standing on, like y'all say nowadays, standing on business. And then there's our divine masculine. Our divine masculine can be all of those above an emperor and a divine masculine altogether. But only when you hit divinity is when you heal yourself, pretty much. And you are even in the healing process, you'll be your aura will show that you're a divine masculine. You will attract things as such. But it's definitely a difference. And as women, a collective, we need to start categorizing all these men in the same group because there is definitely a difference. And you can't just based off your hurt that you have been through, you can't just base it off of the whole collective as a man saying, oh, bump that nigga, excuse my language for saying that, bump this man because I've been hurt and getting into three different relationships that's ended up the same way. Sometimes, when we get in relationships, sometimes God send us people as a mirror to mirror back what we have been doing, the way that we have hurt people. So sometimes you think that person is the problem, but with the same thing that that problem has in common is you. And we have to have our eyes open and look and see that where we're having a problem, where we causing the issues. Not saying that we always the problem, but sometimes God will mirror things back to you to show you what you do not want and what you do not need in your life. Some people that we collaborate are lessons, tests, and some of them are twin to mirror back our image, our energy, so we can see what we need to fix and stuff like that. And he groups up certain people to collaborate together, sometimes for a lifetime, for a season, in order to understand these lessons and get through to life. Just really understanding the lessons. People say they understand the lessons, but still stay stuck in it. Just because something switched about the situation, it's the energy decide. But anyway, like I said, there's definitely a difference. And even with y'all males, I got to get on y'all. It's a difference between the collective of women. God is definitely separating and making those known, the ones that are the divine feminines and the ones that are the empress and the ones that are the Kmart low karmic women. Definitely a difference. It's definitely a difference. A person, like I said, an empress can be a person that exuberates love, has a standing foundation, can make a house a home, a mother, a nurturer. But a divine feminine is a person that is both of those. That's a person that's healing or in the process of healing. Her aura will attract. You will tell the difference. I'm telling you. But that's we're gonna focus on the men right now because their source was really called God, whatever you deem him to call it, Allah, whatever. Your source is the same one. We just name him different. God. All that withstand God, and our angels and ancestors. And I gotta give thanks also to Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Gabriel for standing by me and pushing that and guiding me with those angel numbers. Y'all gotta pay attention to those angel numbers because it really will tell you the steps that you need to take. But anyway, Life Jennings, Never Neverland, the lyrics, it said Never Never Land right next to DJ Hush. It says Never Never Land right next to Peter Pan, where nobody wants to grow old. Never Never Land, they'll never understand what it's like to be in love. I'm just gonna elaborate on that portion right there first. It's talking about if you really listen to Life Jennings songs and stuff like that, most of his stuff is healing or it's like a testimony of his life to give out guidance to others, even definitely to the masculines. And he's a slept on artist, heavily slept on. There's a lot of those people that speak truth and healing that don't get promoted as much as you know because they're pushing a certain agenda. But we're not going into that today. We'll say that for the world read. But anyway, a lot of y'all masculines, and like I said, there's a difference. So don't get the ones that you know that you're healing and you're doing what you want, you're supposed to. Don't get in your feelings. Coming on my video, like women always saying this and that. No, I speak the truth. I look at the both parts, both perspectives. I see where the problem is with both perspectives. I'm not here to be a life coach. I'm just telling you what I know and what I have experienced, and just looking at it, and even the messages from God to tell y'all. But some of y'all men are stuck in y'all ways. What's so scary about growing old? That is the real question that y'all need to ask yourself. Some some of us, how can I say? I'm just speaking that I ain't a male, but some of y'all males hold on to your youth days so hard that you won't even allow growth to come into your heart. It's like you're so stuck on that fast life type of thing, caring about what your homeboys say and different things like that. It does not, overall, your homeboy cannot tell you what to do if he's not healed himself. Some of them, like on this part right here, said they'll never understand what it's like to be in love. A lot of masculines out here get judged about falling in love with a woman, wanting to do for a woman and stuff like that. They're deemed to be a sucker, a loser, a trick. Um, but that's not true. If you found the one, don't be so embarrassed and worried about what your homeboys is saying, because maybe in this lifetime they were not meant to experience love because they're not doing the healing work. It's nothing wrong with loving a woman out loud. And I know they pick at you and be like, oh, you rather spend time with them, this and that. But you're a healed masculine. Sometimes you don't resonate with your homeboys, and that's one thing too. Your energy is torn because your homeboys are still in that karmic energy with their heart space. Their heart space is pretty much closed off. Your heart space is beginning to open. And don't be afraid to love on that woman. Don't treat her bad based off what your friends say and based off of what they perceive relationships to be. Because a lot of people that be trying to direct you be coming from a broken place. They cannot tell you what love is like and what a true divine feminine feels like because they never experienced it. And someone will never experience it in this lifetime because they're vagabonds. Their heart space is closed. They're bound to wander. And most of this stuff that I'm talking about is just channeled straight off the mind. Don't be so stuck in wanting to blend and be like the others because it's deemed to be cool. What is cool is about what not even what's cool. What is sexy about a masculine that has healed is that he attracts anything into his life. While your homeboys on the street still going to jail, still smoking drugs, running the street, chasing out the big booty women. You're healed. You're accomplishing something. You're building stuff. Your heart has opened up enough. You have aligned yourself enough to want better. This is just stay stuck in that vagabond low frequency energy. You are special. That's what you call an actual king. We can't be out here just calling every man out here a king when they don't deserve that title. And even the same as what I say to masculine is vice versa. Every woman is not an empress. But yeah, I'm sorry I had to pause the video again. Hurry up and get on through. Y'all, my little baby is waving at y'all. Don't mind his hair. His hair is a mess right now. Shoot, all our hair is a mess. It's about time for me to get a cut. But anyway, that's my oldest son right there. But yeah, a lot of men are embarrassed to love a woman because of how their homeboys feel when you this is your life to live. It's not even about how your homeboys feel. I'm just using the homeboys as an example about anybody, the way anybody feel. It doesn't matter if it's your family member or whatever. I don't care who it is. This is your life to live. Can't nobody tell you what your love life should be like. Even if you happen to run into someone and it might not turn out for the best. Maybe God aligned you with that person for you to learn a lesson. Stop letting people hold y'all in a cycle for so long. And then you wake up and wondering where your life went. And then you steady fighting to hold on to those youth days, to hold on to something that's familiar to you because you stayed in that energy so long that you can't detach from it. A lot of y'all don't want to grow up. A lot of y'all don't want to take responsibility. And honestly, it's like I told you, it's the difference between masculine, the ones that are healing and doing these things. This does not apply to you. I'm talking to the people that are low Kmart energy, vagabonds, lost, wandering, doing the same thing every day, not making any progress. You're so steady chasing after big booty girls. After you, I'm just gonna be real. After you get that nut, what's next? What is definitely next? You run off to go and fuck the next bitch. Excuse my language and how vulgar I'm being today, but I'm being for real. What is exciting about that? After you get at a certain age, it's no thrill in there. You just used to get a adrenaline rush when you were in your younger days because you were like sneaking, like hoping you don't get caught, or possibly because you wanted that girl for so long, you finally got the experience. What's next? Y'all be, I'm for real. Listen to the words that I am saying. Like, and that, like I said, it goes for, it's on both sides, but they specify the masculines today. It's on both sides. Don't think one side is better than the other. And then that's another thing. We so busy competing against, get on through. We so busy competing with the next gender that we're not focusing on healing ourselves. On why we gotta put up against the masculines against the feminists and saying which side is better, which side cheat the most. Shit, both of them do. All of them got their bullshit with them. And that's, to be honest, it should not be no more discussions in between a gender thing because there are a difference. Like I said, it's different levels and different status. It is different levels and different status. It's not the same. It's just a shame. It really is. We got to stand up for ourselves, like, and heal ourselves, and know when a person is genuine. It doesn't matter who they are in your life or what history I have. It doesn't matter. It's not about a gender. It's not about a race thing. It's not about any of these things. It's about healing oneself, getting to know your inner being. We're so busy competing against each other, masculine on masculine, feminine against feminine, masculine against masculine, when everybody can be great if they just heal. But the feminine and masculine approach to life, that should be dead and over. We shouldn't be talking about, and no other person should be telling another person why their gender is less than the other. For what? Is that really going to solve anything? Pinpointing the negative and keep talking about the negative. How about the things that y'all want to change, or collaborate on things like that? What could be changed about the dynamic? Not a pinpointing always about that. It's always you get pin. There's a difference between healing somebody when you're just pinpointing things. That's like antagonizing them. You're not really providing them with healing. Give them some positive affirmation or words after the fact to heal them, to understand. Like, don't just say what it is and then not clean up the message. You know what I'm saying? That's like cooking a dinner and putting it on the table and never going to eat it. So like it's just like that. But that gender, the feminine, I mean that gender race, that feminine to masculine thing should stop because we each gender has a specific role in this world. Not saying you are bound to a certain lifestyle or certain activities that you have to do just because you're a feminine or a masculine. That's not true. It's about collaborating, doing what is needed. We so busy competing and focusing on that when you're supposed to be collaborating with this person. That's what's wrong with our race. I'm speaking to the black people right now. That's what's wrong with our race. We have been in survival mode so long that we tend to attack each other when sometimes God is sending people in your life to help you. Yeah, they might be stern and hard and maybe a little different than what you expect, but that is what's needed. He's not giving you what you want, he's giving you what you need. Some people are so closed off to a certain type or dealing with a certain race because they feel like, oh, I wouldn't deal with that stuff, or they got a stereotype about them. Like they already got a pre notion in their mind about what this race or this culture or this person is going to be like. Whatever their beliefs and things like that, it should not affect anything in your life, especially if they're a good person or they exuberate good energy. You know what I'm saying? It should not affect you. We so stuck and focused on the 3D stuff, it just don't make no sense. But back to the masculine thing, y'all. A lot of y'all don't want to grow up. Y'all don't want to take the responsibility there. Y'all so used to being in the streets and doing things. And necessarily, everybody wasn't in the streets, just doing things that were toxic, that was not beneficial to you. and it's comfortable there. But God is asking y'all to grow the hell up. It's time to grow up. It's time to stand up and be that man. Y'all got three jobs to protect, provide, and lead. And that does not mean when it, okay, and that's another thing I want people to get through their head. Provide does not always mean, how could I say, like money, financials. Provide, like keeping everything stable, structured. Like even emotion wise, mind, body, and soul. It's not always about finances when we say provide. The man's supposed to provide the safe environment for the family dynamic. It doesn't matter where you build your roots at, it's a safe dynamic for you to heal and to grow. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the materialistic who looks the flyest and this and that, because that don't even matter. At the end of the day, when you die, that stuff can't go with you, and ain't nobody gonna remember you for having the flyest Jordans on or the fastest cars. We can care less. And I'm here to tell you that in your face, we can care fucking less. The real divine feminists can care less about what you got. What do you provide emotionally, physically, and spiritually? And when we say what can you bring to the table, it's not what can you. It's not about what can you bring to the table alone. Is she should have a table built too. How can I say? If I'm gonna use the example as far as a meal, and I could even say that because I'm guilty of that too. Following that stereotype as far as like the man is only the provider. I know a lot of women are not gonna agree with me, but it only made physical sense. Like the man can't always bring something to the table like all the time. Like he can't just be the only one doing it. And I have lived this experience, and I mean definitely, and I'm learning from that as well. But he can't just bring the whole table and then the meal. Like you gonna have to have some pots and pans and some forks and stuff to go with it because it's never gonna be a balance. A masculine prides himself off of his material status because they're phallic at nature. And if a man said they don't desires materialistic things, everybody has desires of materialistic things, but a man is phallic by nature. And he's gonna have certain desires. and and he can't be his his emperor self, his divine emperor, if he does not feel stable or comfortable in his financial situation. That does not mean he has to be the richest, but being stable, being able to provide to do his part. We as women won't take, and like even me, I'm saying I'm guilty of that, just being in that energy too. Like I mean, I have been like that, thinking that the man is supposed to provide and the women is supposed to be doing that, but I'm that's not what the way things supposed to go. You have to be able to collaborate. Each person is designed to bring something to the table that coincides. It works like a puzzle piece. And that's why they said they'll never understand what it's like to be in love, because nobody has that self love inside of them. Can y'all calm it down? Nobody has that self love inside of them. You have to love self first in order to understand how to love another human being. If you can identify the problem areas in your life and the things that you want to fix and the things that you want to be in a higher frequency about yourself, you'll be able to recognize the person that God is sending to you, or those the right person that God is sending to you, and understand that they fit like a puzzle piece. They will naturally fit. It won't have to be, and we sometimes we're guilty of staying in cycles when we know that the piece does not fit. We're steady trying to force it to fit, but it does not fit. Sometimes people break up. Sometimes it's not just because off of something bad happened. They just didn't simply fit. Their energy was not fitting. They were forcing it. Not they don't necessarily have to force, like that type of way, but it just doesn't fit. Some things are just not aligned. But anyway, and here's another part of that Life Genius songs Never Never Land that they maybe channel. It said, "You ain't got the disease, but you expect the cure. Down on your knees praying for that new porch, and she's walking out the door. She's walking out the door." And right here, this is very significant. You ain't got the disease, but you expect the cure. Pretty much you ain't got no problems in your relationship, but based off of what other outside influences those third parties to your relationship are saying or doing, or just their surroundings, the things they're doing, you might desire to do that, you would like your freedom, but you're with this woman, don't drag that woman along through no bullshit. And you know that you have third party situations that you have to fix. And third party situations don't necessarily have to be a woman. Anything that is toxic, it don't even necessarily got to be toxic. Anything that is having an interference for you and this person to grow together. And like they said, some men are so focused on the material things when the gift is right in front of you. Sometimes the gift is right in front of you. That woman is put in your life to add the extra piece of your puzzle for you to build your generation wealth. But y'all so focused on getting it physically that y'all don't understand the spiritual and the mental aspect of it. That's the thing that most of our masculines lack, a spiritual and a mental aspect, and putting that together, thinking about it on a different level, like maybe God did send me this person to put it in, especially if things are coinciding, especially if it's a divine feminine. She's not going to be shy with telling you what is her wants and needs and her worth, and showing you her worth. So just like that, like you're not like your other homeboys, your other family members, your other friends. You are different. You don't have that disease. You don't have that toxic. You're not in that toxic devil energy. But because you're around those energy, you feel like that's what you desire. You get what I'm saying? And that goes back to some men don't want to grow up because they want to live in that past time. Like, yes, it felt good. It felt good because there was no responsibilities. You just living free. But sometimes, in order to build and to live truly free, you have to have the other pieces of the puzzle. Some of us are not put down here to build alone. We're meant to come down here to collaborate as well. You don't have the disease, but you expect the cure. That's deep. Like, just think about what he's saying. You're not like them. You don't have that disease. You don't have that devil energy inside of you. But because you're around it, you want to act out in that energy because your flesh desire it, not your soul. That's why you're pulled between the third party and your divine feminine most of the time. I'm just giving y'all the keys. See, sometimes you'll have such a strong pull towards somebody that's you being in that, and that's gonna cause a cycle going back and forth, back and forth. That's gonna make you keep repeating the cycle. You have to pick. Well, you're gonna have to pick a side. Like with in life, we have two paths, maybe more than two paths, but the direct paths are usually two. And you have to make a decision. You can't just sit in stillness because it's the same thing is going to happen. It's going to allow that cycle to roll back in. You have to pick. And why? And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and this is the trick as well. If you know that you're with somebody and it's the same thing keep happening, the same thing keep happening, you know what that side of that path is going to be. Why not step into that other path and see what that's going to be like? Because if you know what this one is going to be like, I mean, it's clearly telling you that path has to be right because that's just been cycles, the same stuff over and over. That path has to have the answer on it. It has to have the answer on it. And sometimes that means detaching. Like I said, it ain't necessarily got to be something that wrong. The puzzle piece don't fit. But like they said, some of the women can definitely be divine feminists that's coming to y'all, but y'all can't see it because y'all don't want to grow up. Y'all not ready for that responsibility. Y'all not ready for this love. Y'all steady praying and saying, "I don't want these toxic women out in the streets, these hoes and this and that." But are you really ready for love when God see you a divine feminine? Did you clean up your act in order to receive this blessing? God, the blessing is here. Or are you willing to accept that? Are you really ready to grow up and be in a divine connection with no toxic traits? Not saying that y'all won't have arguments and stuff like that. That's a part of life and disagreements. But being responsible, stepping on business, well, then standing on business, what y'all be saying. And that's very significant. God to see you, y'all been praying like I want to be in those types of relationships, heal my heart and stuff. And that's gonna be the next song that I'm gonna get in. Y'all purging and God see y'all the stuff, but y'all are not healed enough to recognize the blessing in front of you. She is the piece to your puzzle that's been missing. But anyway, but the next song that was on here was Cry, and that was by Life Genesis as well. And this is for the masculines, and this sounds like a very humble masculine that's going through the healing process. And some of y'all masculines are going through the healing process, and I feel like that's why it's significant of raining today. Some of y'all had to sit in stillness and actually sit down and think. It could be some masculines that are crying right now because they didn't recognize the blessing. They're losing a woman that they really want, or it can also be simply just life has passed them by, and they are just now having a awakening and purging. Right here, cry. It said, I done had money. I done been broke. I done been talked about something awful. Done been lied on by so many folks. I done even been depressed at times. Didn't want to cry because my pride was too strong. But over the years, I thought it over. After struggling so long, still holding on, I figure, can't be nothing wrong. That wrong with crying. If anybody says that they're strong, they're lying. And two, I want to open up a safe space for y'all masculines to feel safe. Like, as women, we always putting the pressure on y'all to be a certain type of way when you truly should just be y'all. Y'all valid by nature. Y'all would know the direction. Y'all would know how to stand up and be those leaders. It's instilled in y'all. And we have put so much pressure on y'all to the point that y'all can't even purge. Y'all can't even really heal. We have not made it a safe space. If a man cries, we look at it as, oh, he's weak and stuff like that. I'm here to say I'm not one of those women. If you crying, like, I would rather you do that than to just hold something in. Not saying being a crybaby and stuff like that. It's a difference. It's definitely a difference. And some of the men don't have a safe space to really, purge and to really heal. They're depressed. They go through struggles just like us women. They have things about them that they have to fix in their stuff, and things they have a tough mission just as well as us. They have to be the backbone to everything, the structure. We need leaders. The women are the people that are the steps. If you understand, like I said, the ones that have ears they will hear, the ones that have eyes will see. When I start speaking in code and stuff like that, you'll understand. You'll catch on to it if you're meant to understand. And it makes me sad too because some of our masculine souls are crying out. They want to heal, but they don't have that safe space because they go through a lot of judgmental aspects in their life. They go through a lot of hurt. But as a collective, as the world, we have shut our masculines out and made it to the point that they have to always be strong and be in this masculine energy. It's a masculines have feminine and masculine energy just as well as feminine has masculine and feminine energy, but we have not been able to allow them that safe space to purge and heal. Like sometimes when they need that time away apart to, hang out with their boys, not toxic boys, but ones that have good influence in their life and stuff like that. Let them have that purging moment because sometimes they need that because they done experienced a lot of stuff. They done been on the up and up. When they said I done had money, I done been broke. They done been talked about something awful, done been lied on by so many folks. They have battles that they have to face as well. And as feminists, we got to understand that they have the weight of the world on their shoulders as well, with the responsibility of us as well. That's why I said it only makes sense. It's not a man putting in 100%. The woman has to no. It just we're in a new shift. Where this is a whole new reality. This a different paradigm shift. It's not like the old days. You can't survive living the way that you did in the old days. Yes, grouping up and collaborating as a family unit as we used to do. Yes, that's is some things that is from the past that we can adopt and bring into the future. But as far as the dynamic of the way that we get money and provide and stuff like that, it's definitely gonna be different. That just shows you that currency has definitely changed. It's definitely a new world order, a new world switch, a hard reset that is coming. And that's one of my those other readings that I was talking about. The other readings that I was talking about is definitely talking about that. We're about to go through a hard reset. Some of these masculines are waking up. They're purging. They're seeing what they deserve and waking up to their worth. Because y'all are worthy of love. Y'all worthy to do things y'all want to do. Y'all worthy to make decisions without anybody influencing y'all on what y'all should do. You're the leader. Stand up and be the leader. And that was the problem, even back to the story with the Adam and Eve. Adam saw Eve eat that apple. And the reason why I said that he had to be in the garden. And he partook in the apple as well. The reason why I know he did, and this is just could be a biblical story, and it's just teaching us a life lesson for the man to stand up and to take charge. He bit that apple too, because at the end of the day, how did both of them know that they were naked? Their mind perspective has switched to they can see stuff in the 3D realm versus them seeing stuff with their spiritual eye. It's like they and taking something poisonous is downgrading your frequency. That's just even being around poisonous people, partaking into drugs that particularly does not, saying I'm smoking right now. It's like I said, I'm going through the process. I'm just telling y'all about what I know. Is anything toxic can lower your frequency. And we're not just talking about physically eating anything. Anything that you take in is that's negative can lower your frequency. And that hurts your ability to attract. Y'all can call me the crazy lady or whatever, but it's the truth. The stuff, half of the stuff that I speak is the truth. Yes, my stuff be lengthy, but if you actually sit down and take the time to listen to it, I be speaking truth. And it's nothing wrong. Like they said, there's nothing wrong with crying and purging. That is a part of y'all mission as well to heal. You have to heal as well. You have to tap into that feminine energy of yourself. Stop being a hardcore dude just because your friends say it's not cool to cry or cool to be soft. As I say, to be that in your feminine energy of your masculinity. That does not mean you're less than a man. That means that you're soft and you have the empathy to understand. That will open up your heart space to be able to receive a woman because you have that heart space. You will be able to connect with her because a woman is a nurturer. She operates off of emotion, her heart space, 9 times out of 10. And as women, it's our job to fix our mental and our physical aspect of ourselves because it's not fair of us coming half stepping and we always expect the man to have it all together. That's not fair because they got healing that they have to do as well. But it's just a lot that we don't subjects that we don't tap into or touch on that we really do need to. And I'm definitely gonna do a couple more segments of like this, like when those channel messages come to me and stuff like that, I'm definitely gonna switch it up. We're gonna do a different ways of helping the community and even standing. And y'all want to make up these things and stuff like that, saying this standing on business. We're gonna see who's gonna stand on business. Cause this hard reset that is coming, it's gonna open so many doors for some, and it's gonna keep some at a stagnant place. It's gonna almost seem like you cease to exist. It's gonna seem like the universe chewed you up and spit you out, cancer clear and deleted you. You will not be able to be where those people that are on the higher frequencies, and that's why I'm talking to the people that are vibing low right now that need to fix the stuff. By the end of this year, it's gonna definitely be a hard reset, and I'm gonna definitely put that message up as well because we need to understand that we're shifting into a new reality. It's time to build something for us. And the way that we think generational wealth is going to come to us is not by always working hard. It's using the skills and the gifts that God embodied into us. Yes, I'm not saying you're not going to work hard. You're definitely going to work hard. Shoot, I was born in the 10 of Wands. If you know anybody know about tarot, I was born in the 10 of Wands. And my sister, she see it firsthand herself. The obstacles that I gotta face when I'm trying to take a step forward, an obstacle. But it's my job as to carry the burden, not to carry the burden because I'm not supposed to look at it in that aspect. To keep pushing no matter what, because the solution will be there. And my mentor once told me before, you always have to have an A, B, C, D plan. And that's not, I'm not talking about in women, y'all are male. We're not talking about that. That like I'm dead. Talking about in life. I always come across people that teach me things, knowledge and stuff like that, and I add it to what I know and I spread it. That's all that I want y'all to do with mine. I don't care about the likes, the shares, and stuff like that. That's not what I'm on here to get to be rich or nothing like that. I don't care about that. As long as I'm comfortable and God is keeping providing for me, that's all I care about. And I'm still healing and growing. That's all I care about because I don't fear nothing on this earth because this is all an illusion. You can get out of whatever you're in. But as a collective, we stay in that lack state of mind. When I say lack state of mind, we always focus on the things that are going on, that are going wrong, instead of thinking of the solution. You see what's going wrong. There's no need of sitting there and crying about it. You see what's going wrong. Find a solution. That's the only way you're gonna have to get out of there. Sometimes we're too. The problem is that we're used to doing certain stuff a certain way, solving problems a certain way. Sometimes God will challenge us so we could try new aspects, just in case. This goes into what I was saying, having an ABCD plan. That is gonna allow you to help you to have something to fall back down on when that goes wrong. When your first plan go wrong, you got B. That's gonna always have you prepared for life. And also some things that I did during this phase to me get to where I'm at now. This is just a blessing itself, just to be stable right now. I wrote things down and writing things down, creating a vision board, just writing things down and looking at them and seeing them every time you accomplish stuff, and also writing the steps up under it. The three steps are your A, B, and C, D plan up under it, just in case that doesn't work, and working on it a day at a time and stop judging your life based off others and where they're at. Like your life is at its pace because that is the pace that you're able to work in. Some take off faster, some take off slower. It does not matter. They were watering their garden. Maybe they healed. They got the lesson faster. It's not your journey. And I wish people stop. And that's another thing we got to stop the jealousy and the hate and stuff. That definitely has to stop, competing against one another, wanting what another person had. Just think about somebody's journey. You don't know what they endured. They could have experienced a lot of heartbreak, a lot of betrayal, a lot of family members might have died. They might have lost a lot of jobs. They had to live in poverty for a certain amount of time. And a lot of y'all wishing for these people's lives and you don't know what they had to go through to get there. That means if you wishing for that life, you're gonna have to go through that same lesson. Like you, I mean, it's not possible to switch somebody's destiny. You couldn't think that you switched somebody's destiny, but you truly can't. Only thing you could do is stagnate them and hold them in there and have them and play with their crown chakra or their third eye. That's the only thing that you can do. That's the only power that you have. The people that are in opposition are the ones that's trying to raise the people of frequency and and heal. And that's just for the people that higher ups as well. Like only power that they feel they have is playing with our mind, our crown chakra, and our third eye, our heart chakra, our desires with the heart chakra, the way we see stuff with our third eye, the crown chakra, the way we think, we move, the way that we connect. Everything has an aspect. Our root chakra playing with our money, our sacral chakra, publicizing, telling us that sex is the way to go. We're just using up our good energy when we can use that to manifest our creativity, being empathetic. We're always living in anger and stuff like that. That's the reason because your sacral chakra is off. Your solar plex, that's dealing with your power, being a leader, standing up, speaking out. Your throat chakra, being afraid to speak out, speak your truth because you're scared of consequences. That's the only thing that it can do is through illusions. Everything is a lie. You cannot be stopped. You're powerful. You cannot be stopped. It's up to you to clear that illusion. When you're feeling down, say positive affirmation or you pray that shit away. Be like, you used to have a negative thought like, oh, this day is going to go bad. You don't wake up with saying this day going to go bad. You already spoken it into existence because you got that energy on you. It might not even be your energy. That's probably what they're projecting on you to feel that day so that you can accomplish that mission that God is trying to set forth for you. It's all an illusion. You can be whatever you want to be in this universe. It just take hard work. But like I told y'all, this is my segment. I am probably gonna do a reading for my Sagittarius because it is our month and it's almost over, and um I'm gonna give y'all a reading. I think I'm gonna do that. I already got another one prepared for y'all, two of them, or what? Well, one about the energy that is coming in for a collective, and then I got one for a world reader what these elites and things are doing behind the scenes They're recruiting right now. Let's just say that because they know we're about to go through a hard reset. A girl, I had drew a picture that reader. I will tell you a little bit about it. I did this picture 2 years ago. It was a cosmic mirror. They told me not to show that picture. I don't think I ever showed that picture to y'all because they told me to hold it. And I didn't know it was for a reason. It was going to be used to now. It was a picture of a mirror and a dragon coming out, and somebody was saying this is the year of the dragon. The Chinese zodiac sign. That's the fifth element. It stands for prosperity, luck, winning all the way around. The channel message I got with it was by DJ Khaled. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. It's good energy coming in. The people that are alive will be blessed heavily with this hard reset. This is literally like a second chance. You're gonna have to pick a side now. You can't sit in stillness. That's why they gave us all that time. Like most of us was sitting in hermit mode. A lot of things was going wrong in our life, and we weren't understanding why it was. That's because we are being rushed to adjust to this new energy. We were sitting in hermit mode to heal, to get some realization, to get clarity on some things that need to be left behind. Because some things cannot be going through this new shift with you. A lot of people have been hanging on your energy and getting carried through portals through your energy because they're still attached to your energy. They're winning because of you. Just straight up. Because you keep giving them direction and keep dropping the gems on them and doing this. It's time to surrender to silence. And when I was silence is definitely a key. And I'm living proof shit. And even in the physical aspect, me just doing what I needed to do and the people that helped me being silent about it, just, express what I need to. Silence is the key. And I definitely got the key. And it's crazy because that Cancer season is coming up and my Chiron is in Cancer. I mean, that Cancer moon is coming up, and my Chiron is in Cancer. I definitely got the key, and I got it transfer inspired on the physical aspect. I have a key. I have stability. I have learned my lesson. I understand what this lesson was about. It was about finances. Being argumentative, rushing into things, sneaky energy. This all stuff resonates with during with partnerships, contracts, on collaborations. Everybody's getting exposed for the things they have done, even for the old and the new. Pretty much. Pretty much we cannot no longer be in that energy no more. We can't be in that toxic devil energy no more. We God needs warriors right now. He's asking us to stand on the front line. And a lot of tarot readers, if y'all have been getting the Aries card a lot, that means what they literally say is standing on business. We have to be grounded because this is about to be a hard reset. And the energy is going to feel funny for a little while. You're going to be pouring out. That Cancer Moon is going to definitely give you the energy to purge, to heal. And this is just something to reflect. And two masculines, why I'm sorry, y'all got stuck. I was channeling for a little bit. But two masculines, these are might be good songs that y'all can listen to when y'all purging and doing shadow work. And don't be afraid of the word when we say shadow work. Shadow work is like a diary that you put down, like the things that you want to heal, talk about it, solve the issue. Writing it down on paper give you a better perspective. It's pretty much a diary of recording like the things you need to heal or talking to God, a personal burn journal. And if the stuff is too personal for you, just when you write it and stuff like that, you pray to God. When you talk to God, your angels and ancestors and spirit team, burn it. So nobody cannot get that. That's you sending it up to God and leaving it in God's hands and don't worry about this situation no more. But like I told y'all, I'm Amazonian treasures. Be better than you was yesterday, and I hope that you're continuing to heal. Thank y'all. Bye.